Hello people, it's me Tori and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today we are finishing off my 3-bedroom family home in The Sims 3. Don't mind me not being able to use cheats. I wanted to get the debug lighting in the house because it's free and it makes the place a lot lighter, brighter, better. That's a good motto to have when it comes to Sims house building, I guess. So we're finishing off this build again. I kind of like it. I mean, it is very standard and very vanilla and not exactly all that imaginative, but I'm trying to, get used to building in The Sims 3. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone at the minute. I mainly build in The Sims 4. However, having said that, I have not done a Sims 4 speed build for over a month, which is shocking, because at one point I used to do so many Sims 4 speed builds, and now I'm just putting out mainly Animal Crossing content because I love Animal Crossing New Horizons. I love it so much. It's the game that got people through lockdown and the beginning of the pandemic, and people still love that game. Admittedly, some are getting a little bit burnt out because we're a little bit overdue an update, but I'm enjoying that game immensely. I love it a lot. It holds a special place in my heart, and I'm kind of obsessed with that game, and that's all I ever want to play at the minute. But we're building a house in The Sims 3, just to do something a little bit different, to have a good old time, and to have some variety, because variety is the spice of life, and it is nice to change things up a little bit. However, having said that, I'm not really changing things up a little bit with the colour palette that I'm using in this house, because it's all very beige and blue and brown and white. Nothing all that interesting going on. You see, you'd think with the Sims 3 creator style, it would give me more creative freedom, but no, there's too much creative freedom, and I end up making the whole place drab. Because in The Sims 4 we have swatches, and it means that our wood tones don't match. But I feel like with that we're kind of forced to do something creative. But when I have this freedom to make all of my pieces of wooden furniture match, I make them match to an extreme where everything matches and it gets a little bit boring. So, do I like this creative freedom? Probably not. But this is literally what I said in the last part. If you haven't watched the last part, I do recommend you check that out, because it allows you to see me creating the shell of this house. It's got a blue roof, so that's fun and exciting. Speaking of blue, I now have blue hair, which is kind of fun and interesting. Basically, I got it into my head that I wanted to dye my hair blue before I went to university. I have had this idea in my head for quite a while. Also, ignore my glitching computer. I was using my old laptop here because I don't have The Sims 3 on my PC yet, and she's a little bit slow with the old creator style, which is another reason why I'm not really a huge fan of creator style. But I wanted to have blue hair. Now, I say blue, it's kind of blue-black. She's dark hair. Mainly because I don't want to bleach my hair, because I didn't want to, fry my hair. So, I had a fun time trying to make my hair blue, but basically I had some roots growing out, which faded into a darker brown. So, I originally dyed my hair black to cover up some red hair that was growing out really badly. It kind of went orange, so I dyed my hair black to get rid of that. And then when my roots started growing through again, I put some dark brown dye on my hair so that my roots could then fade from their natural colour to a brown to the darker brown, which is what the faded black hair dye turned into. It sounds bad. It didn't actually look all that bad. I mean, the underlayers didn't look so good, but the top layer, you couldn't notice anything, and people thought that that was just my natural hair colour. So that's okay. But I decided I want to look cool when I go to university because, I mean, if I look cool, maybe someone might actually want to speak to me. That was at least, the vibe. That was what I was trying to go with. I was trying to be cool. I want to be interesting with blue hair. Now, I decided I wanted a darkish blue so that I wouldn't have to bleach my hair. And I got 2 boxes of dye, and I've dyed my hair quite a few times now by myself. So, I kind of know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not great. I don't have the best hair dye technique in the world. Brad Mondo would be crying if he saw how I did hair. But it wasn't the worst thing ever, and I tried. But unfortunately, my hair did not look very good. To say the least, because I had some blue hair dye by the roots on one half of my head, then on the other half of my head, the roots did not get dyed at all, and they went lighter for some reason, or at least they looked lighter, and then the blue hair dye made, like, the brownish black hair dye even darker. It didn't look very good. I don't know what happened. It completely messed up, even though I don't think I did anything wrong. So that was stressful. I had to go to work with my hair looking like this. My colleagues told me that I should shave all of my hair off, which was very rude of them, incredibly rude. They watched my videos, and you know what? Incredibly rude of you to say that. But they did. They told me to either bleach my hair and get a brighter blue, shave my hair off, dye my hair brown over the top of it again, and then one sensible colleague told me, try again with another dark blue, but maybe a different brand. So I decided to listen to her advice, and I'm glad I did that because I have now rectified my hair, and it's a little bit darker than I possibly would have liked, but I now have blue-black hair, and it looks kind of cool, but my hair is also kind of dying, but it was kind of dying anyway, so I don't really think it's the hair dye's fault. But now I've gone off on a tangent about hair dye. The moral of the story is, if you mess up your hair, get advice from your work colleagues on how to fix your hair, and then choose the best advice you get. That's what you do. There we go. That is a good tip, but it was incredibly embarrassing going around with 3 or 4 different colours in my hair, and people going, oh, your hair, yeah, no, that looks really bad. It was incredibly embarrassing. And for IRLs who didn't witness the mess that was my hair, you are incredibly lucky because it was painful to witness, It would bring a tear to your eye. It was shocking. It definitely made me feel very sad because I thought, oh no, everybody's going to laugh at me. And they did. So that was a good old fun time, but I have rectified my hair now and it looks a lot better and I'm kind of happy with it, so that's good. This hair is kind of a similar colour to the roof of this house, so that's exciting. I tried to add a fountain. I was going to say a fountain. Is that like a fountain made out of Fanta? That'd be interesting. I tried to add a fountain and it failed. Also ignore the alien tree that you saw just then. I wasn't going to place an alien tree in my normal Sims back garden because that would be strange. But I'm placing a lot of autumn trees everywhere because, we are in autumn time now. We are in September. We're getting kind of close to Halloween. I know, I sound like one of these Halloween enthusiasts. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kind of like spooky stuff, maybe. But I'm not really, big into Halloween. I never celebrated it or anything. I don't think it's as big in the UK as it is in America anyway. But I just never really did anything for Halloween, apart from maybe watch a Halloween-themed film or something. I think I went to, one Halloween party when I was about 8 or something, and I dressed up as a witch. And then when I was about 13 years old, I decided to make my own DIY cat-themed costume. So my sister dressed up as a witch and I dressed up as a cat. I made like a cat tail out of tights and socks, and I put some cat ears on a headband. And I didn't think that there would be trick-or-treaters coming round to my house. I certainly didn't think they would be guys from my year group who would see me in my homemade cat costume, which was incredibly embarrassing, and they all laughed at me about it for ages. I was just trying to have fun at home, wearing a stupid Halloween cat costume that I made, and I thought it was fun and exciting. But turns out, no, it was not. That was not necessarily my finest hour, but there we go. But I'm not really, like, big into Halloween. I've never really done anything for Halloween. So having an autumn-themed house is probably as far as I'll go. I would say probably the only thing I like about Halloween is making Halloween-themed videos. I also like watching Halloween-themed Sims content. I think that's kind of fun. And Animal Crossing content. A lot of creators are making autumn-themed islands now. And I'm feeling kind of a little bit jealous because my Animal Crossing island is spring-themed. So, literally the opposite. But I mean, I guess if you want to watch a spring-themed island instead of autumn-themed, which is kind of all the rage now, you can watch me create my island, which is fun and exciting, but my island probably looks like trash compared to everybody else's. But that's fine. We can't all be good at everything. So I'm building this kid's bedroom right now, and I'm putting a hopscotch rug in there. I know it's ideally meant for outside, but hey, I made it an inside version, because who doesn't want to have a hopscotch rug in their room on the second floor of the house? Yeah, get your kids to jump around on the upstairs floor so that you crack the ceilings below. That's a really smart idea. I've only just thought of that now. In real life, you would not want your kids jumping around on the upstairs floor because the ceilings would crack, which is not the best thing ever. But hey, I don't think of things like that. I don't think of the logistics behind stuff when I make Sims builds. And look at me now, cloning the stuff from the bottom bathroom and putting it in the upstairs bathroom, because if you're new to my channel, I don't care about bathrooms in The Sims. You just need a toilet and a sink and a shower and a toilet roll and a mirror and you're done. Every single bathroom I ever build looks the same. I don't bother to clutter them. I really couldn't care less about building bathrooms in The Sims. So it's a bit of a running joke on my channel that I don't care about building bathrooms in The Sims. But hey, we are on to the screenshots. I don't know how particularly good quality they are because, like I said, this was recorded, this little speed build, on my old laptop, so we can't have the most beautiful graphics in the world. But The Sims 3 is a beautiful game. Not so much maybe the Sims themselves, but the scenery and the surroundings, very nice. I do like The Sims 3, and I've had fun building this little 3-bed family house, so now we're at an end of a journey. We have come through this journey together. We have built this house together. You have seen this house grow from a box into a fully fledged family home, and that has been kind of fun and exciting. What is your favourite part of this house? I just love the autumn-themed landscaping outside. Oh my god, is that Neon Cat? Oh my god. So, yeah, there's the floor plan in case you want to replicate this house at all. But please don't forget to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I hope you have a really good day. And I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.